Carlsen also only with 20 seconds.
It's going to be checkmate.
It's checkmate on the board.
And that's it. He's...
Oh, look at Daniil Dubov. Uh-oh.
Okay, I didn't even spot that. Nakamura just left his bishop hanging.
Oh, wow.
He lost a bishop for free.
Are you prepared to delve into the intricacies of the next set of 10 chess rules? From the art of verbal sparring during a match to mastering the enigmatic Elvaticano maneuver, chess never ceases to astonish. Join us on this quest as we uncover another set of chess rules, ones that every player would have benefited from mastering earlier. Welcome back to ChessFlix, your destination for unlocking the secrets of chess mastery and taking your game to the next level. But before we dive in, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications to stay updated on all our chess content. Rule number 11. Castling denied. Let's pick up right where we left off in part 1 of our video, where we discussed specific scenarios that prevent successful castling, such as attempting to castle while in check or passing through a checked square. Basically, this rule aims to prevent castling when the king would be under immediate threat. If any piece, be it a rook, bishop, queen, or knight, exerts control over a square or file between the king and rook, castling becomes impossible. Rule number 12. The Threefold Repetition Riddle. The Threefold Repetition rule, often overlooked, can lead to unexpected draws in chess. But what exactly constitutes a repetition, and when can you claim a draw? Let's find out. This rule involves the concept of threefold repetition, where a player can request a draw if the same position occurs on the chessboard at least 3 times. This repetition doesn't have to happen consecutively. What's crucial is that the exact position recurs 3 times during the game. If you suspect a threefold repetition, you can halt the game by calling a tournament official to review the claim. There's no penalty for making an incorrect claim, and the official will assess the situation and either allow the game to continue or declare a draw. Rule number 13. Consequences of erroneous moves. Rule number 13 pertains to making an erroneous move during a game. If, for instance, you mistakenly move a piece to the wrong square, move a different piece when your king is in check, or commit any other type of illegal move, your opponent has the right to pause the game and summon the arbiter to address the situation. Upon intervention, the arbiter will issue a warning and extend the opponent's time on the clock. Similar to the double hand rule, there's no second opportunity if you repeat the error. It results in an automatic loss. Rule number 14. Talking the talk. Rule number 14 addresses the issue of verbal communication during a chess game. Unlike in basketball, where trash talking can be entertaining, any form of verbal distraction on the chessboard must be avoided at all costs. The only permissible verbalizations during a game are to announce check when delivering a check to your opponent, or to offer a draw, to which your opponent can respond with acceptance, rejection, or no response at all. Additionally, the concept of jadub will be explained later in this video. While these rules are strictly enforced in high-level tournaments, friendly games among friends allow for more relaxed communication, including trash talking. Rule number 15. The no-touch rule. The no-touch rule, a cornerstone of chess etiquette, ensures fair play and sportsmanship on the board. In tournaments, there's a strict adherence to the no-check rule, although its enforcement is more relaxed in friendly matches. This rule, also known as the touch move rule, holds significant importance in chess. Put simply, it dictates that once a player touches a piece, they must move it if it has a legal move available. This regulation prevents players from merely touching pieces without the genuine intention of making a move, which could potentially confuse or intimidate opponents. Additionally, while castling, it's imperative that the king is the first piece touched, otherwise it could disrupt the castling process. The only exception to this rule is if a player verbalizes jadub or I adjust before touching the piece, indicating that they're adjusting the position without intending to make a move. Rule number 16. Claiming victory with illegal moves. This rule pertains to securing a win by capitalizing on an opponent's illegal move, a regulation I deem inequitable and impractical for both contenders. According to this rule, if your adversary executes an illegal move and you inadvertently overlook it, proceeding with your move as usual, your move then becomes the illegal one. Subsequently, your opponent can summon the arbiter and claim victory. An instance of this occurred during the 2017 World Blitz Championship when world champion Magnus Carlsen faced Ernesto Inarkiev. Inarkiev made an illegal move, which Carlsen failed to detect, continuing with his play. Inarkiev then stopped the clock and asserted victory, citing Carlsen's supposed illegal move. Initially awarded the win, Inarkiev's claim was disputed by Carlsen, leading to arbitration by the chief arbiter. Ultimately, Carlsen was declared the winner, but the incident underscores the contentious nature of this rule. Rule number 17. The irrevocability of moves. Moving on to rule number 17, we encounter the principle of irrevocable moves. This concept, while seemingly self-evident, underscores the notion that once you've committed to a move by placing a piece on a square, you're bound by that decision. There's no option to retract the move and make another choice. Failure to abide by this rule may incur a warning and potentially lead to forfeiture of the game. An amusing incident illustrating this rule occurred during the 2010 World Blitz Championship match between Magnus Carlsen and Boris Shevchenko. Carlsen initially moved his king to a disadvantageous square, but swiftly reconsidered, attempting to relocate it. However, this change of heart constituted an illegal move, promptly noted by Shevchenko. Carlsen, acknowledging his error, gracefully conceded the game, symbolized by a handshake with his opponent. Now let's proceed to explore the final 3 rules. Rule number 18. Draw by insufficient material. Coming in at number 18, we encounter the concept of a draw due to insufficient material. In chess, this draw occurs when both players lack enough pieces on the board to force a checkmate. Common scenarios leading to this type of draw involve positions such as king versus bishop, or king versus knight. While there are other possible configurations, these represent the most prevalent situations where insufficient material results in a draw. Rule number 19. Pawn promotion protocol, clock activation. Promoting a pawn is a pivotal moment in any chess game, but it must be done with precision. From pawn to queen, the promotion process is governed by strict rules that must be followed to the letter. Here we encounter a rule that holds particular sway in tournaments rather than casual games. When promoting a pawn, players are prohibited from activating the clock until after they have replaced the pawn with their newly promoted piece. This regulation has been evident in encounters between grandmasters, as seen in matches featuring Hikaru Nakamura and Fabiano Caruana, as well as Garry Kasparov and Veselin Topalov. Rule number 20. Elvaticano. Exploring our last but not least, and maybe one of chess's rarest rules, Ilvaticano presents a fascinating strategy that few players are familiar with. This special move allows for the simultaneous capture of 2 pawns when positioned between 2 bishops. But beware, this maneuver comes with strict guidelines. The pawns must be adjacent, and the bishops must flank them from either side within the same file. However, executing Elvaticano requires a precise rotation of the bishops clockwise. Any deviation is deemed illegal. And that wraps up our exploration of 20 chess rules in total, including both Part 1 and Part 2 of this series that every player should be familiar with. If you haven't already, be sure to take a look at Part 1 of our video posted prior to this one. We'd love to hear your thoughts on your favorite rule, any new ones you've discovered, and your real-life experiences with these rules in your own games. And as always, if you enjoyed our content, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating insights into the world of chess. Until next time, this is ChessFlix, where every move tells a story. Checkmate. Missed any of our previous captivating chess content? Don't let it slip away. Click on the video on your screen to revisit the brilliant stories and fascinating games that have left their mark on the chess world.